cuff bracelet. It's a 2-minute special or sellout. Fewer, oh boy, handful of these.
You get to see it first time, right?
Yes.
Very first time, brand spanking new. And every one of these is going to be totally different. There's no two that are identical. And every one of them is
adjustable.
Different. Yeah.
Let me show that again.
Anybody, you know, Lynn can wear this small wrist, all made by, handmade by silver. But you could, if you got a bigger wrist like mine, it'll fit on it perfectly. Even a bigger wrist than mine, it will actually fit beautifully. And every one of these, if we showed you, there's no two of these. And this is what they call Devil's Gate juniper. It's a very, very special petrified wood. Like I said, developed over 30 to 50 million years old is when they date this back to. This comes out of Nevada. And it came from Phil's private collection. I don't even know anybody that even has this material. The only reason we have it is we had it out of Phil's collection, and he collected in the late 60s, early 70s. Most of this material is only able to be collected on private land, and most of the stuff on private land's already been harvested, and you can't take it off public land.
I have fewer, with everyone in the ordering process, maybe 50 of the cuffs now currently available. So that's another specialty find that I know our collectors love and just truly search for and wait for, especially the brand new pieces. The necklace is just about gone. The matching earrings are just about gone. And if you can complete the set with the 5 or 6 flex pays today, what an opportunity to do so. And it's amazing to see the striations, the natural markings in the one that Victoria is wearing as different, completely different than the marbled one that I'm showing here, but the same exact thing, the same, you know, juniper wood, right?
They're all cut from the same petrified wood in this particular color. When we bought Phil's collection, there was over 40 different varieties of petrified wood. One of the largest collections that I've ever seen, and we were able to make a deal with him and buy the whole thing. We got every bit of it. So it's kind of cool. Again, though, that was over 10 years ago, maybe even growing. I hate to think I'm that old, but you know, maybe even 12 to 15 years ago when we bought this. We've used it over the years. You've seen it in a lot of my designs. Unfortunately, though, we are getting low. You know,
this is sold out too. So
yeah,
thank you, everybody.
Point where we really don't have a lot of the materials to work with anymore.
And what a great combination with the rose quartz on top of it. Well, we're shopping along with Jay King, who has been with us here at HSN, coming up on 22 years, and many